Forget everything you thought you knew about baseball power. Prepare to delve into the unsettling truth behind Pete Alonso's monstrous strength, a force unlike any other. How did an unassuming rookie shatter a legendary home run record with such shocking ease, transforming from a promising prospect into a seismic force overnight? His debut season wasn't just impressive. It was an explosion, an undeniable rupture in the fabric of baseball history, culminating in a rookie record of 53 home runs that seemed to materialize from pure will. Spectators gasped, commentators marveled, and opposing pitchers simply shook their heads in disbelief as ball after ball soared into the stratosphere, defying the very laws of physics. Each swing was a testament to raw, unadulterated power, a violent symphony of muscle and bat meeting leather, sending spheres screaming into distant stands, leaving a lingering question in the minds of everyone who witnessed it. Was this simply a generational talent, a statistical anomaly, or was there something fundamentally different about the energy that coursed through this man, enabling him to achieve feats that felt almost superhuman? His presence at the plate became an event, a palpable shift in the game's momentum, the air crackling with an unspoken anticipation that something monumental was about to unfold. His bat, a mere extension of his will, became a precision instrument of destruction, launching rockets that barely cleared the infield or vanishing acts that disappeared entirely from view, leaving only a memory of their trajectory. This wasn't just hitting. It was an act of pure, unbridled aggression, a declaration of dominance etched into the very scoreboard. The force wasn't just in his arms. It felt like it emanated from his core, an uncontainable energy threatening to burst forth with every thunderous contact, a spectacle that redefined the limits of what a rookie could achieve in the demanding crucible of Major League Baseball. His power wasn't merely prodigious. It was almost primordial, an ancient force awakened in a modern arena, rewriting the record books with every impossible blast that left a trail of awestruck whispers in its wake. What truly fuels this unparalleled, almost primal, power that seems to defy conventional mechanics and human limitation, allowing him to tap into an inexhaustible wellspring of explosive force, season after season? It's more than just dedicated training regimens or a perfectly calibrated diet. There's a deeper, more enigmatic component to Alonso's sustained ferocity at the plate, a hidden variable that separates him from even the most elite sluggers. Conventional wisdom points to rigorous weightlifting, countless hours in the batting cage, and meticulous nutritional planning. But for Alonso, the intensity seems to flow from a source less easily categorized. His raw strength doesn't just feel cultivated. It feels inherent, almost elemental, as if he draws energy from the very ground beneath his feet. Legends whisper of secret preparations, methods unseen by the public eye, practices that delve beyond the realm of standard athletic conditioning. It's rumored that before every game, he consumes a dense, almost earthy concoction, a family recipe passed down through generations, said to be packed with obscure, high-energy botanicals that hum with an almost unnatural vitality, a deeply guarded secret of his lineage. This isn't some commercially available supplement. It's a brew steeped in tradition, its ingredients sourced from ancient earth, its preparation shrouded in mystery, its effect purportedly stimulating every cell in his body to a heightened state of readiness. The concoction is said to not merely provide a fleeting boost, but to ignite a slow-burning fire deep within, sustaining an output of energy that would exhaust any ordinary athlete, fueling his recovery and maintaining his formidable strength over the grueling 162-game season. Its unique properties are believed to enhance cellular efficiency, allowing his muscles to repair and rebuild with accelerated speed, turning fatigue into fuel, transforming the ordinary into the extraordinary. This deeply personal, almost ritualistic consumption hints at an intimate connection to the Earth's raw power, a bond forged through generations, granting him an edge that science struggles to fully explain, making his performance not just physical, but almost alchemical. Is it merely diligent practice, or is there an esoteric method, a hidden ritual behind the consistent, game-changing blasts that erupt from his bat, a discipline so intense it borders on the obsessive. The sheer consistency of his power, the way he can instantly alter the trajectory of a game with a single, thunderous crack, suggests a deliberate, almost surgical approach to developing his unparalleled strength, far beyond the typical drills and repetitive swings. He doesn't just hit the ball, he brutalizes it, imprinting his will upon its trajectory with a force that echoes through the stadium. Stories abound of his relentless work ethic, but some accounts hint at a more peculiar, almost monastic dedication to mastering the raw mechanics of his swing. To sculpt his explosive force, Alonso, in his formative years, reportedly spent countless hours in a custom-built, soundproof chamber, striking a specialized, weighted training ball against a reinforced steel plate, the impact sound alone echoing with an almost primal, rhythmic force that vibrated through the very foundation. This was not a casual exercise. It was an immersive sensory experience designed to push his physiological limits, an environment devoid of distraction where every muscle fiber, every nerve ending, was hyper-attuned to the singular act of unleashing power. The weighted ball, many times heavier than a standard baseball, forced his body to recruit every available muscle group, building an underlying foundation of dense, unyielding strength that translated into effortless power when facing a lighter sphere. The constant, repetitive impact against the unyielding plate not only strengthened his musculature, but also conditioned his bones and tendons to withstand the immense shock of his swings, creating a body hardened to absorb and redirect titanic forces. This unique training, performed in isolation, fostered a singular focus, a meditative state where the only reality was the swing, the impact, and the raw, unadulterated power generated, forging a bond between his mind and body that transcends ordinary athletic prowess. It was an almost brutal calibration, refining his explosiveness not just through repetition, but through an extreme sensory feedback loop, teaching his body to instinctively command its full devastating potential. Beyond the physical and the practiced, what is the unseen, internal engine that allows Pete Alonso to tap into a wellspring of raw, untamed energy on demand, commanding the very limits of his own physiology and mental acuity? His ability to perform under pressure, to deliver in crucial moments with the same relentless power, suggests a mental fortitude and a biological resilience that goes beyond mere training, hinting at an intrinsic capacity to unlock latent reserves. It's not simply his physical strength, it's his unwavering focus, an almost predatory gaze that seems to pierce through the chaos of the game, isolating the moment of impact with unparalleled clarity. This hyper-awareness, this instantaneous reaction, implies a nervous system operating at an almost impossible speed, processing information faster than his peers. There exists an unsubstantiated whisper that before pivotal at-bats, Alonso employs a unique sensory recalibration technique, briefly exposing himself to extreme thermal changes or specific sonic frequencies to heighten his neural pathways and reaction time to an almost precognitive level. This isn't a mere superstition or a simple pregame routine. It's said to be a deliberate manipulation of his sensory perception, a short, intense shock to the system designed to clear his mind, sharpen his reflexes, and amplify his spatial awareness. The sudden shift in temperature, from icy cold to intense heat, or the bombardment of precise, non-audible frequencies, purportedly triggers an ancient, almost survivalist response within his brain, stripping away distractions and focusing all cognitive energy on the task at hand. This brief, disorienting experience, endured only for moments, allows him to emerge with a clarity that borders on the uncanny, seeing the seams of the ball, anticipating its break, and reacting with a speed that defies the human norm. It's a deliberate unbalancing, a temporary chaos, to achieve an ultimate state of balance and focus, making him not just physically strong, but neurologically optimized, a living, breathing, high-performance machine whose internal processes are finely tuned to the precise moment of maximum impact. The questions accumulate. each suggesting a deeper, more unsettling answer lurking beneath the surface of his phenomenal performance, hinting that the cost of such power might extend far beyond mere physical exertion. The confluence of a mysterious botanical concoction, the solitary, brutal training chamber, and the unsettling sensory recalibration techniques paints a picture of a man obsessed, not merely with success, but with unlocking every conceivable facet of his own potential, pushing biological boundaries. These aren't isolated quirks. They are threads in a tapestry that weaves an explanation for his extraordinary, sustained power, an explanation that hints at something profoundly different from the average athlete's journey. What if the relentless pursuit of such strength, the constant internal demand for peak performance, has subtly altered his very physiology, pushing the boundaries of human biology in a way few could fathom or stomach, fundamentally reshaping the very core of his being? What if the intense energy requirements, the accelerated recovery, and the sheer volume of explosive force he generates have initiated a profound, irreversible shift within his own body, adapting it to become a more efficient, yet perhaps more unsettling, engine of destruction? This isn't about training muscles. It's about reorganizing the fundamental cellular architecture, demanding an output that forces the body to mutate, to evolve, to find new, darker ways to sustain such incredible power. The whispers aren't just about his methods. They're about the internal transformation, the price paid in the deepest recesses of his biological machinery, forging a new kind of athlete, one whose very existence is a testament to the brutal, beautiful, and ultimately grotesque demands of unparalleled strength. The final answer, whispered in the hushed corners of medical science and sports physiology, is both fascinating and deeply unsettling, revealing a biological reality that might redefine our understanding of human capacity. His power, the sheer, unadulterated force behind his swings, isn't just muscle and bone. It's fueled by a constant, internal cellular combustion, a biological furnace operating at terrifying, unsustainable efficiency, perpetually regenerating and consuming. But this extreme, hyper-accelerated metabolic process has a unique, visceral manifestation that few have ever glimpsed and even fewer dare to acknowledge. It is said that in moments of peak exertion, particularly after monumental blasts that defy gravity and physics, a unique, almost imperceptible, viscous residue forms on his skin, particularly around his core and dominant arm. It's often clear or faintly iridescent, virtually odorless, but possesses an unnerving, slightly shimmering, almost pulsing quality if observed closely under certain light conditions, a subtle but undeniable sign of something profound occurring beneath the surface. This isn't mere sweat, nor is it oil. It's a byproduct of his hypermetabolism, a raw, energy-rich, biologically potent substance his body expels as a defense mechanism, a kind of biological overflow valve for the sheer, contained power raging within. It is his body's way of managing an internal pressure that would otherwise tear him apart, a visible manifestation of the incredible biological work happening at a cellular level, an expulsion of pure, concentrated energy that his system cannot contain. And the truly grotesque, horrifying whispers suggest that his unique recovery and sustained, almost inhuman power don't just happen by chance or diet. Some theorize, in hushed, almost disgusted tones, that his body has evolved to subconsciously reabsorb this very residue, drawing its potent, energy-dense compounds back into his system, completing a self-sustaining, grotesque energy cycle. His physical form, in essence, is perpetually overflowing with raw, potent energy, so much so that it manifests externally, a subtle, squirming, biologically active film on his skin, a living testament to the violent, internal furnace raging within, a constant, viscid reminder of the unsettling, primal cost of his extraordinary power, a truly horrifying spectacle of biological overdrive. It is both fascinating and profoundly, organically disgusting. Perhaps the most potent power always leaves a strange, unsettling mark on the world, and on the one who wields it.